Howdy, folks, and welcome to our journey through the cosmos. Tonight, we're fixing to explore some of the most breathtaking wonders of the universe, nebulae. These celestial clouds of gas and dust scattered across the vast expanse of space are a sight to behold. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly are nebulae, and why should we care about them? Well, hold on to your hats, because we're about to dive right in. Now, some people might think space is a mighty lonely place, but nothing could be further from the truth. Nebulae are bustling hubs of activity, where stars are born and die in a dazzling cosmic ballet. Some nebulae, like the Orion Nebula, are ablaze with the light of newborn stars, their intense radiation illuminating the surrounding gas and dust. These stellar nurseries are a testament to the awe-inspiring power of gravity and the endless cycle of creation in the universe. On the other hand, we have planetary nebulae, the ghostly remnants of stars like our own sun. These nebulae, often with eerie and beautiful shapes, are formed when a star reaches the end of its life and sheds its outer layers into space. The Cat's Eye Nebula, with its intricate rings and halos, is a prime example of these cosmic masterpieces. From the Eagle Nebula's iconic pillars of creation to the ethereal glow of the Veil Nebula, we're about to embark on a journey that will take us to the very edge of space and time, so buckle up and get ready for a cosmic adventure. First up on our celestial tour is a real showstopper, the Cat's Eye Nebula. This cat's eye is located about 3,300 light-years away in the constellation Draco. Imagine a celestial cat, its eye wide with wonder, gazing out at us from space. Discovered in 1786 by William Herschel, it's also known as NGC 6543. Through a telescope, it appears as a bright, oval-shaped object with a complex structure. Its most prominent feature is a series of concentric rings and shells resembling a cat's eye. Now, you might be thinking, that's all well and good, but what makes the Cat's Eye Nebula so special? Well, hold your horses, because I'm about to tell you. You see, the Cat's Eye Nebula is more than just a pretty face. It's a cosmic laboratory, providing astronomers with valuable insights into the late stages of stellar evolution. By studying the nebula's structure, composition, and expansion rate, scientists can piece together the life story of the star that created it. And what a story it is. The Cat's Eye Nebula teaches us that even in death, stars can create objects of breathtaking beauty and complexity. The nebula's central star, a white dwarf, is incredibly hot and dense, emitting intense ultraviolet radiation that causes the surrounding gas to glow. This radiation, combined with the shock waves from the star's pulsations, creates the intricate patterns and vibrant colors that we see today. The Cat's Eye Nebula is a testament to the awe-inspiring power of stellar evolution and the endless capacity of the universe to surprise and amaze us. But it's just one of many stunning nebulae out there, each with its own unique story to tell. So stay tuned, folks, as we continue our cosmic journey to explore more of these celestial wonders. Now, folks, if you think the Cat's Eye Nebula was something, just you wait, because we're heading over to the constellation Monoceros to lay eyes on a real cosmic oddity, the Cone Nebula. This celestial wonder, nestled within the larger NGC 2264 star-forming region, is about 2,700 light-years away. It resembles a shadowy cone or pyramid, pointing right at us like a cosmic finger. This dark, eerie structure is actually a dense cloud of gas and dust. The Cone Nebula is a place of intense star formation. Now, as we gaze upon this celestial beacon, it's important to remember that we're looking back in time. The light we see from the Cone Nebula left there over 2,700 years ago, long before the pyramids were built. We're witnessing events that unfolded millennia ago, events that shaped the very structure of our universe. The Cone Nebula is a testament to the ongoing cycle of stellar birth and death. Observing the Cone Nebula is like peeking into a cosmic nursery, witnessing the very processes that gave birth to our own solar system billions of years ago. It's a humbling reminder of our place in the grand scheme of things. And that, my friends, is a truly remarkable thing. Well, folks, we're moseying on down our cosmic trail now to a constellation called Cygnus, the Swan. And nestled among the stars like a celestial jewel is the Crescent Nebula. Now, this ain't no ordinary crescent moon we're talking about. This here nebula, also known as NGC 6888, is a faint but beautiful cloud of gas and dust, shaped like a cosmic smile across the night sky. Imagine a giant soap bubble, all lit up from within, and you're starting to get the picture. This delicate structure, spanning about 25 light-years across, lies about 5,000 light-years away from our neck of the woods. Now, the Crescent Nebula owes its unique shape to a star, a real hothead, living out its final act in spectacular fashion. You see, this star, a Wolf-Rayet star, is shedding its outer layers at an incredible rate, like a cosmic lawnmower blowing through its gas reserves. These stellar winds, traveling at millions of miles per hour, slam into the surrounding interstellar medium, creating shockwaves that heat the gas and make it glow. And that, my friends, is what creates the beautiful, ethereal glow of the Crescent Nebula. Now, the Crescent Nebula ain't just a pretty face. It's a treasure trove of information for astronomers, helping us understand the life cycle of massive stars and the dynamics of interstellar gas. By studying the nebula's structure, composition, and expansion rate, scientists can piece together the history of the Wolf-Rayet star at its heart. And what a story it is. This star, much more massive than our own sun, lived fast and died young, burning through its nuclear fuel at an astonishing rate. And as it sheds its outer layers, it enriches the surrounding interstellar medium with heavy elements, the very building blocks of planets and even life itself. So, in a way, the death of this star paves the way for the birth of new stars and planetary systems, continuing the cosmic cycle of creation and destruction. Now, observing the Crescent Nebula ain't exactly a walk in the park. It's a faint object, requiring a dark sky and a telescope to truly appreciate its beauty. But trust me, folks, it's well worth the effort. To gaze upon this celestial crescent is to witness the awesome power of nature and the endless capacity of the universe to surprise and inspire us. And that, my friends, is what makes astronomy so darn fascinating. Now, folks, we're going to mosey on over to the constellation Vulpecula, the Fox, where we'll find a celestial object shaped like something from a strongman competition. That's right, the Dumbbell Nebula, also known as Messier 27. This dumbbell is about 1,200 light-years away, first spotted by Charles Messier back in 1764. Early astronomers thought these objects looked like giant planets. It's a star shedding its outer layers in a cosmic outburst. The Dumbbell Nebula gives us a glimpse into the future of our own solar system. In about 5 billion years, our sun will run out of hydrogen fuel. It'll expand, becoming a red giant star. As it expands, it may engulf Mercury, Venus, and even Earth. Eventually, our sun will shed its outer layers, creating a beautiful planetary nebula. At the center will be a white dwarf star, a tiny, dense object. The Dumbbell Nebula is a celestial reminder that even in death, stars create breathtaking beauty. Well, folks, hold on tight because we're about to take flight with the Eagle Nebula. This ain't no ordinary bird we're talking about. Also known as Messier 16 or NGC 6611, it's a stellar nursery where stars are born. Home to the awe-inspiring pillars of creation, an iconic image of the universe's beauty. Now, let's take a closer look at those pillars of creation. These iconic structures are shaped by stellar winds and radiation. Massive stars emit intense ultraviolet radiation. This radiation ionizes the gas, causing it to glow. Imagine a cosmic sandblasting operation. These pillars are dynamic, ever-changing environments. Deep within, new stars are being born. You can actually see the Eagle Nebula for yourself. With binoculars or a small telescope, spot this celestial bird. Appreciate the beauty of the Eagle Nebula under a dark sky. Now, folks, hold on to your hats. We're about to witness a celestial fireworks display, the 8-burst nebula. This ain't your typical 4th of July spectacle, also known as the Southern Ring Nebula, or NGC 3132. It's located about 2,000 light-years away in the constellation Vela. Why the 8-burst nebula? Look through a powerful telescope and you'll see why. It resembles a giant eye, looking right back at us, with 8 bright lobes of gas expanding outwards like a cosmic explosion caught in slow motion. Now, the 8-burst nebula ain't just a pretty face. It's a goldmine of information for astronomers, providing valuable insights into stellar evolution. The 8-burst nebula isn't just the product of one star, but two. At its heart lie 2 stars, locked in a celestial dance. The brighter star, a white dwarf, creates the nebula. Its radiation and stellar winds shape the intricate lobes and filaments. Studying the nebula helps astronomers understand stellar interactions. The 8-burst nebula is visible through a small telescope. With a larger telescope, its 8 lobes reveal its complexity. So folks, if you get a chance, don't hesitate to peek at this cosmic wonder. We're journeying to Gemini, the twins. Nestled here is the Eskimo Nebula, also known as NGC 2392 or the Clown Face Nebula. Imagine a celestial Eskimo in a furry parka, named by William Herschel, who discovered Uranus. Through a telescope, it looks like a face peeking out from a furry hood. Now you might be thinking, what's the story behind this celestial Eskimo? Well, hold your horses, folks, because I'm about to tell you. The Eskimo Nebula is a planetary nebula, the remnants of a star like our sun. As it ran out of fuel, it puffed up, shedding its outer layers. Those pulses created the intricate shells and filaments. At the heart lies a white dwarf star, the exposed core of the original star. This white dwarf lights up the surrounding gas and dust. Now folks, get ready because we're about to dive into a region of space so jam-packed with stars, gas, and dust, it'd make your head spin faster than a whirling dervish. We're talking about the Carina Nebula, a celestial cauldron of cosmic delights. This here nebula is a whopper, stretching over 300 light-years across. That's the Carina Nebula, folks. Now this nebula is home to a veritable menagerie of celestial objects, star clusters, massive stars. But the real star of the show is Eta Carinae. Eta Carinae is one of the most massive and luminous stars in our entire galaxy. Astronomers have been keeping a close eye on Eta Carinae. This star is living on borrowed time. It's tearing itself apart with its own radiation pressure. Eta Carinae is headed for a spectacular supernova explosion. It'll be the brightest supernova in recorded history, visible even in broad daylight. Now, folks, we're fixing to journey over to the constellation Aquarius, the water bearer. We'll encounter a nebula so hauntingly beautiful, it's enough to send shivers down your spine. I'm talking about the Helix Nebula, also known as the Eye of God. Floating out there about 650 light-years away, this celestial eye peers back at us, a ghostly reminder of a star's final farewell. The Helix Nebula is a planetary nebula, the glowing shroud of a star. It's got this big round shape, like a giant eye looking right at you, like the iris and pupil of a cosmic eye. Now, you might be wondering what gives the Helix Nebula its distinctive eye-like appearance. Well, folks, it's all about perspective. We're looking at this nebula from the side, kind of like looking at a dinner plate from the edge, and that's what gives it that ring-like shape. But if we could fly above, we'd see a giant sphere of gas with a dying star at its center. The Helix Nebula is relatively bright. On a clear night, you can spot it with binoculars. But to appreciate its beauty, you'll need a telescope. Looking at the Helix Nebula is like looking into the future of our own solar system. Well, folks, we're fixing to travel deep into the cosmos now to a constellation called Musca, the Fly. It's home to a celestial wonder, the Hourglass Nebula. This nebula lies about 8,000 light-years away, and it's a sight that'll make you contemplate existence. Imagine a giant hourglass, its sands flowing into space. The Hourglass Nebula is a planetary nebula, a star's remnants going out with a bang. It's like a celestial explosion, frozen in time. What gives the Hourglass Nebula its distinctive shape? As the star was dying, it shed its outer layers into space. This wind moved at speeds of up to 1,000 kilometers per second. The fast wind created shock waves, sculpting the gas into hourglass-shaped lobes. Even in death, stars can be incredibly dynamic and powerful. With a good telescope, you can glimpse this celestial timepiece. Now, we're about to venture deep into the heart of the Milky Way to a constellation called Centaurus, the Centaur. And hidden amongst the stars like a secret treasure lies the IC 2944 Nebula, also known as the Running Chicken Nebula. This nebula, located about 6,500 light-years away, is a vast cloud of gas and dust, a stellar nursery where stars are born in a blaze of glory. It's glowing brightly because the gas within it is being energized by nearby hot young stars. It's also a place of mystery and intrigue, with dark, dusty lanes crisscrossing its surface, like cosmic veins, where stars are being born. Now, those dark lanes in the IC 2944 Nebula ain't just any old clouds of gas and dust. They're something special, something astronomers call Bach globules. These Bach globules are like cosmic cocoons, dense and cold, where gravity pulls together gas and dust, getting ready to ignite star formation. Imagine a cosmic bread dough rising in a warm oven, except instead of bread, you're getting stars. These Bach globules are some of the coldest and densest places in the universe, and they're incredibly difficult to study because they're hidden behind all that dust. But astronomers use infrared telescopes to peer into these cosmic cocoons, and what they've found is incredible. Inside these Bach globules, they're finding evidence of young stars, protostars, just starting to form. These protostars are still gathering mass from their surroundings, and as they do, they heat up and start to emit light. Eventually, they'll burst forth from their dusty cocoons, blazing with starlight and illuminating the surrounding nebula. The IC 2944 Nebula, with its Bach globules and newborn stars, is a reminder that the universe is a place of constant change and evolution. It's a place where stars are born and die, where gas and dust are recycled, and where the very fabric of space and time is constantly being woven into new and wondrous forms. Well, folks, get your swim trunks ready, because we're about to take a dip in a celestial lagoon, and this one ain't got no chlorine. We're talking about the Lagoon Nebula, a cosmic oasis shimmering in the constellation Sagittarius. This lagoon is about 5,000 light-years away and stretches a whopping 100 light-years across. It's a stellar nursery, a place where stars are born in a blaze of glory. And let me tell you, this nursery ain't no quiet place. It's a cosmic storm of star formation. On a clear, dark night far from city lights, look for the constellation Sagittarius. The Lagoon Nebula hangs just above the spout of the teapot. Now, the Lagoon Nebula ain't just about pretty colors and starbirth, nope. This cosmic lagoon is home to fascinating objects, each with its own story. Take the Hourglass Nebula, a star in its death throes, ejecting its outer layers. And with a powerful telescope, you might glimpse open star clusters, young stars born together. So next time you're under a starlit sky, appreciate the beauty of the Lagoon Nebula. Now, are you ready? Let's turn our gaze towards one of the most famous constellations in the night sky, Orion, the Hunter. This celestial giant, armed with his trusty belt and sword, has been a fixture in our night sky for millennia. Tucked beneath the Hunter's belt lies a celestial treasure, the Orion Nebula. This nebula, also known as Messier 42, is a dazzling display of cosmic fireworks, a stellar nursery where stars are born in a blaze of glory. To find the Orion Nebula, look for Orion's belt, those 3 bright stars in a row. Just below the belt, you'll see a faint, fuzzy patch of light. That is the Orion Nebula. With binoculars or a small telescope, the magic comes alive. You'll see glowing clouds of hydrogen gas, tinted pink, and deep within, the trapezium cluster of young, hot stars. It's like a cosmic light show, powered by newborn stars. So next time you're under a starlit sky, appreciate the Orion Nebula's beauty. Now folks, let's journey to a constellation called Ursa Major, the Great Bear. But don't go looking for any furry critters up there, nope. Instead, we're here to visit a celestial bird of a different feather, the Owl Nebula. This cosmic owl, also known as Messier 97 or NGC 3587, is perched about 2,030 light-years away, and let me tell you, it's a sight that'll make you hoot with delight. Now imagine, if you will, a giant owl. Its wings spread wide, soaring through the depths of space. That's what this nebula looks like, folks. It's got this round shape, like the owl's head, and then these 2 dark patches, one on either side, that look just like the owl's big, round eyes. Now, the Owl Nebula got its name from Lord Rosse, an Irish astronomer who observed it back in 1848. He thought it resembled the face of an owl, and you know what? He wasn't wrong. Through a telescope, the Owl Nebula really does look like a cosmic bird, its eyes glaring out at us from the vastness of space. Now, the Owl Nebula is a planetary nebula, just like some of the other celestial beauties we've encountered on our journey. Now, you might be wondering what gives the Owl Nebula those distinctive eye-like patches. Astronomers believe those dark patches are regions of denser gas and dust blocking the light. It's like looking at a jack-o'-lantern, with light shining through the carved-out eyes. The Owl Nebula reminds us that even in death, there can be beauty and wonder. With binoculars or a small telescope, you can glimpse this celestial bird among the stars. The Owl Nebula is a reminder that the universe is full of surprises. Even the death of a star can create something beautiful and awe-inspiring. Now, folks, we're moseying on over to a constellation called Lyra, the Harp. Nestled among the stars is the Ring Nebula, also known as Messier 57. This ring is about 2,300 light-years away, shimmering like a cosmic halo. Imagine a giant smoke ring blown by a celestial giant hanging in space. It's got a bright, circular ring of gas and dust, like a halo. What gives the Ring Nebula its distinctive shape? We're looking at it from the side like a donut. From above, it's a giant sphere of gas, with a dying star at its center. On a clear night, you can spot it with binoculars, but a telescope reveals its true beauty. It's a glimpse into our sun's future. Maybe an alien will see our sun's cosmic ring. We're swinging back by Aquarius, but this time we ain't looking for no water. We're after a celestial gem, the Saturn Nebula. This cosmic beauty, NGC 7009, floats 5,000 light-years away. Imagine a tiny, glowing Saturn complete with rings. It's got an oval shape with gas lobes sticking out like Saturn's rings. Named by William Herschel, who also discovered Uranus. It's a planetary nebula, the glowing shroud of a dying star. What gives the Saturn Nebula those distinctive rings? Astronomers believe those rings are jets of gas and dust ejected from the dying star. Imagine a cosmic fire hose spraying out jets of water in opposite directions. These jets move at speeds of up to 1,000,000 kilometers per hour. That's fast enough to travel from Earth to the Moon in about 20 minutes. As these jets slam into the surrounding interstellar medium, they create shock waves that heat up the gas and cause it to glow. Through a telescope, you can see those delicate rings of gas, shimmering like cosmic diamonds. Now, folks, we're going to dive deep into the cosmic ocean today, heading down to the constellation Ara, the Altar. What we're after is a celestial creature that's as elusive as it is beautiful, the Stingray Nebula. Imagine, if you will, a giant stingray, its wings spread wide, gliding through the depths of space. The Stingray Nebula is changing, and changing fast. Why is the Stingray Nebula changing so fast? Astronomers believe it's the central star, a white dwarf cooling down rapidly. The white dwarf blasts out ultraviolet radiation, making the gas glow. As it cools, it emits less radiation, causing the nebula to fade. The Stingray Nebula is faint, and in the southern hemisphere, a challenge to observe. The universe is dynamic and ever-changing, where beauty is fleeting. Now, folks, hold on to your hats because we're about to venture into a corner of the cosmos. We're talking about the Tarantula Nebula, a cosmic arachnid that's as awe-inspiring as it is intimidating. This celestial spider, also known as 30 Doradus or NGC 2070, lies about 160,000 light-years away in the large Magellanic Cloud, a satellite galaxy of our own Milky Way. This cosmic critter is a whopper, stretching over 1,000 light-years across, making it the largest and most active star-forming region in our local group of galaxies. What makes the Tarantula Nebula so active? Astronomers believe it's due to a cosmic collision. The large Magellanic Cloud is in a gravitational tug-of-war with the Milky Way. This dance sends shock waves, compressing gas and dust, triggering star formation. At the heart lies R136, a cluster of massive, luminous stars. These stars make our sun look dim. Their radiation and winds trigger more star formation. It's a cosmic domino effect, perpetuating stellar creation. Even from the north, you can appreciate its beauty through telescope images. Well, folks, saddle up and get ready to ride because we're heading back to the constellation Sagittarius, the Archer. Now, this constellation's got more celestial wonders than you can shake a stick at. But today, we're focusing on a real looker, the Trifid Nebula. This cosmic beauty, also known as Messier 20 or NGC 6514, lies about 5,200 light-years away, and let me tell you, it's a sight that'll make you want to grab your telescope and holler. Now imagine, if you will, a giant cosmic clover, its petals aglow with the light of 1,000 suns. That's what the Trifid Nebula looks like, folks. It's got these three distinct lobes of gas and dust separated by dark dust lanes, giving it a look that's both beautiful and mysterious. Now, the Trifid Nebula got its name from William Herschel, the same fellow who discovered Uranus and gave us those colorful names for the Eskimo Nebula and the Saturn Nebula. Back in 1764, when he first laid eyes on this celestial wonder, he noticed those three distinct lobes, and they reminded him of the three-pronged spear carried by the Roman god Neptune, which was called a trident. And so the Trifid Nebula was born. Now, the Trifid Nebula ain't just a pretty face, not at all. It's a stellar nursery, a place where stars are born in a blaze of glory. Those three lobes of gas and dust, they're like cosmic wombs getting ready to ignite the fires of star formation. The Trifid Nebula is a relatively young nebula, only about 300,000 years old. In that short time, it's already given birth to a whole bunch of stars. It's like a cosmic fireworks display, folks, with stars exploding into existence. So next time you're out under a starlit sky, appreciate the beauty of the Trifid Nebula. Now, folks, we're journeying back to the constellation Cygnus the Swan. But this time, we're aiming for a sight that's as delicate as a spider's web. We're talking about the Veil Nebula, a celestial masterpiece. The Veil Nebula is a supernova remnant, the leftovers of a star that went out with a bang, that's right. It exploded with the force of a billion suns, scattering its guts across the cosmos. Now, the Veil Nebula ain't just one big, happy cloud of gas. That's right, it's got different parts, each with its own personality. There's the Eastern Veil, also known as the Witch's Broom Nebula. Then there's the Western Veil, also known as NGC 6960. And then there's Pickering's Triangle, named after Edward Charles Pickering. All these parts are connected, folks. They're part of the same supernova remnant. The Veil Nebula might be faint, but it's unforgettable. A reminder of the universe's violent beauty. Even in death, there can be beauty. So next time, look for the Veil Nebula, a star's final moment. Well, folks, we've journeyed far and wide tonight, from the familiar constellations of our own Milky Way to the distant reaches of the large Magellanic Cloud. We've seen celestial cats and owls, cosmic hourglasses and stingrays, and even a giant star-forming tarantula. We've peered into the hearts of stellar nurseries, witnessed the death throes of stars, and marveled at the intricate beauty of supernova remnants. And through it all, we've gained a deeper appreciation for the vastness of the universe and the incredible forces that shape the cosmos. From the delicate filaments of the Veil Nebula to the fiery glow of the Orion Nebula, these celestial clouds of gas and dust are a testament to the endless cycle of stellar birth, life, and death. They are the building blocks of galaxies, the crucibles of heavy elements, and the seeds of future generations of stars and planets. Now, you might be thinking, that's all well and good, Crixus, but what's it all mean to me? Well, folks, I'll tell you. Looking up at the night sky, seeing those faint smudges of light that we call nebulae, it's a humbling experience. It reminds us that we're just a small part of something much bigger than ourselves, a cosmic tapestry woven together over billions of years. It makes our everyday worries seem a little smaller, our problems a little less insurmountable. So folks, the next time you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, step outside on a clear night and look up. Find a dark spot away from city lights and let your eyes adjust to the darkness. And then just look up and let the vastness of the universe wash over you. Look for those faint smudges of light, those celestial clouds of gas and dust, and remember that you are a part of this grand cosmic dance, a child of the stars. Keep looking up, folks, and never stop exploring the wonders of the universe. And as always, thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe.